can understand Fernando. That makes a ton of sense. Watching the flashbacks, Fernando was a broadcaster for the Dodgers, and he and I being of similar age, watched a lot of Tim Lincecum as well over time.
Nice.
That was a fun one to try to imitate. 0-2 on the way, and O'Ray just stays alive. Caught a seam of that baseball and rolls it toward the Clingstones dugout, and the count remains at 0-2. How about you?
Andy Pettit.
I like that.
Always looking over the lip of his glove. My parents actually tried to make me a lefty when I was younger.
Okay.
I have a picture as a kid where it says I'm a left-handed pitcher.
0-2. That's outside to O'Ray.
Remember being young, trying to throw with my left hand, bat left-handed. Did not work. Not ready.
How long did you keep it up for?
I remember being a kid at baseball practice and going, I want to hit righty.
1-2 on O'Ray, and he fouls it back to the screen. The one-handed finish, had to lean down to get to that changeup.
It just felt more comfortable. It's a more natural motion.
Those are among the pitchers from which Braun draws his inspiration, but this delivery entirely his own now. 1-2.
2-1 Shuckers lead, bottom 4. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle. Kilpatrick had his 5-game hit and on-base streak snapped last night, where he went 0 for 3. And he hits the next pitch on the ground to Madej at short, goes the short way to second. O'Ray collects it, and a 6-4 fielder's choice sends the Clingstones to the 5th inning. 3 runners left on as we head to the top of the 5th at Synovus Park.
Timeout. When there's a gap in coverage, every team needs a player they can count on for help. Now flexible insurance.
Why isn't Brookman able to advance?
Now he's getting pointed down to second.
There it is. An E5, and Brookman gets an extra 90.
There's some Adirondack chairs that are just right behind Clingstone's dugout. There's a ramp into it along the first base line, and that's where that missed. You said it. That was really nowhere close on the throw, and that would have been 3 up, 3 down for Jimenez.
Brookman just got to second and did an arm motion of the swing he just had, and it was a up-to-down uppercut swing. You can see he's not happy with himself, but he's able to stand on second, and here's Cal Conley. Sometimes it's not as you write it up, and he still got to second. So Jimenez working from the stretch for the first time, and his upstairs sinker just missed. Conley 0 for 2. With a ground out and strikeout looking. Jimenez peering back towards Brookman. Slow lift and fire. And the slider lands in the southwest corner for strike 1. His glove is white, pink, and baby blue. So he holds it very close to his chest. 1-1. Big cut and miss at the downstairs slider. 1-2.
That's a deceptive delivery because he contorts his front shoulder away from the left-handed hitting Conley. So Conley's not picking up on that slider as it leaves the hand. He's picking up on it a little bit after.
He's doing a 30-degree twist as well with his left plant leg. 1-2, here it comes. Conley way behind the sinker. And that's strike 3 swinging. Brookman left stranded at second. No runs, no hits, 1 error was that E5. And of course the catcher left on the pillow. To the 7th we go here in Columbus. Shuckers up 5-1 on Sports Vision's 92.1.
What's up, everybody? It's
A big presence on the mound. Edwin Jimenez with the long black sleeves on, into the wind, the pitch to Tavares, and he wipes him out with a slider on 3 pitches. A pair of strikeouts for Jimenez, won an inning a couple nights ago. And tonight, looking to go at least 2.
He's got the cushion to do it.
By the way, you mentioned this a couple of nights ago, so did a little research. Because in the 7th inning stretch at Synovus Park, as Kevin Kilpatrick Jr. takes a call strike, confident slider from Jimenez, said that's the same mix at Synovus Park as the ballpark that you grew up going to as a kid at Yankee Stadium. Strike 2 on Kilpatrick. Jimenez has thrown pretty much all sliders in this inning. He's ahead 0-2. So the reason the YMCA has become one of the most popular songs after the 7th inning stretch, obviously it's energetic, gets the crowd out of your feet, hands are waving, making letters. Jimenez into the wind, 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He has thrown.
And now here's Colt Emerson. Their lefty on lefty matchup as Bertrand deals. That one misses for ball 1 with a sinker.
Now, we've been looking for this offense to get it going after that week in Sugar Land. And you look at this lineup and you knew that this offense was better than what they showed that week down at Constellation Field.
Bertrand looking in. Kicks and deals the 1-0. Swing, and this one bounced up the middle. The shortstop, Basabe, taps the bag, fires to first for the double play. Base is empty now. And here comes Brennan Davis. Here's the defense for the River Cats. Regaining the lead. Looking to add on here. First pitch to Emerson is hit in the air down the third base side. The catcher in Porter loses the mask, but out of room. It's into the stands. Count is 0-1. Colt grounding into a double play in the first inning. Rainiers have 2 hits off of Bertrand in the first, 3 more in the second. A 1 to Emerson. This is low. Count evens. One. This is low. "57 pitches now for the River Cats starter. Rocks and deals the 2-1. Cut on and missed. Goes to the cutter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. Swing and a bouncing ball hit right back to Bertrand. He reaches up and he gets a glove on it, throws to first for the out. Impressive play by Bertrand. Catches it off the high hop leap.
Left on left matchup here with Zwack. First pitch, swing and a miss. Colt's lone home run this season did come against a left-handed pitcher. That was back on opening day in Reno. The 0-1, this one shot in the air toward left center field. Rodriguez moving back at the wall, and there's the second. Colt Emerson, a solo blast to the opposite field. And the Rainiers have a 5-4 lead in the 5th inning.
I mean, that's about as perfect timing as it goes. 105 off the bat, fastball down the middle. And laser for Colt Emerson. He gets his second. Emerson today homered his last time up. Second home run of the year. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. Fastball at 100.7 from Piguero. 1-0 off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. 6 runs, 8 hits for Tacoma, 4 runs, 7 hits for Sacramento tonight as Peguero sets and deals the 2-0. That's in for a strike. Peguero on Major League rehab with San Francisco. Needed just a pitch to get out of the 6th inning. 2-1. Outside, 3-1 the count. Misses for ball 4. Emerson is awarded the 2-out walk.
Fielder, left-handed hitter, number 2 Tigers prospect. The pitch is outside, ball 1. 377 hitter, 4th in the league, a homer, 10 driven in. Been on base in 16 of 17 in which he's played. He's hit in 3 straight. 7 for 15 in the series, a homer, 3 driven in. He takes high, 2 balls and no strikes. Clark, a monster night last night, was 4 for 5, hit a 2-run homer. And that 6-2 Toledo win to even the series at 2 games apiece. The 2-0 swung on, fouled onto the roof, third base side, 2 balls and a strike. Dexter Kelly, the crew chief, calls the balls and strikes today. Elliot Melton at first, Ty Krause at third. The umpires brought to you by VisionWorks, your official local eye care provider for the Louisville Bats. The 2-1 on the outside edge for a strike, an off-speed pitch from Sando, and it's 2-2. Native of Laguna Woods, California, 2 appearances, 1 start with Chattanooga, 1-1, an ERA of 1. Promoted to this Bats team from the AA Lookouts yesterday. 2-2 pitch. Low and outside off the glove of Banfield, and the count full. His last appearance was a relief appearance last Saturday at Birmingham. Pitched well, even though he took the loss in relief. A run on 4 hits over 5 innings. No walks, 10 Ks. Here's the payoff. Started to go and went. Strike 3, swinging goes Clark for out number 2. Tried to hold up on that pitch up and away, but went around. First AAA strikeout for Nick Sando. 2 outs for Gage Workman. Shortstop, left-handed hitter.
Runner leads away at second. Sando delivers. Clark takes a strike. Strike 1. Clark has been better against right-handed pitching this year, but still very, very solid in very limited number of bats against southpaws. Step off by Sando. It's kind of gotten dark, a little bit darker here at the ballpark right now.
We just had the Grumman G44 Widgeon fly right to left. A little quieter aircraft.
0-1 pitch. Clark lines it foul past third. Close, but foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Clark against right-handers hitting .383 and 60 ABs. Against lefties, .333, but only 9 at-bats this year. Sando trying to hang a third 0 in this game. Has Clark at 0-2. The pitch. Oh, he fooled him, and Clark barely got a piece of that ball and hit it over near the Bats' third base dugout. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes.
It is.
I can't tell if it started to rain again or not. Doesn't look like it.
It's hard to say. The wind is really whipping right now, left to right across the ballpark. It's howling pretty good. And if it is raining, it's coming down straight sideways right now.
Another 0-2 pitch. Check swing, appeal, denied. They're never going to get that call with the umpire out behind the pitcher. I mean, you just do not see that. Even though it looked like Clark may have gone around right there.
Maybe once a year you'll see a guy out from behind the mound ring somebody up.
Had Ty Krause been over at third, he probably would have rung up Clark right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner leads away at second. Pitch on the way. That one misses high and will be challenged behind the dish by Will Banfield. So the first Bats challenge of the game on that pitch to Max Clark from Nick Sando. Called a ball. And it is a strike on the upper end of the zone. So strike 3 on Max Clark. He strikes out for the second time. Good challenge right there by Will Banfield.
Sixth inning, 3-0 Bats. Max Clark leads off for Toledo. 0-1 pitch, bouncing ball to second, backing into the short right field grass. Arroyo, he throws to first. 2 pitches, 1 out here in the 6th. Clark now 0 for 3. Nick Sando back to the mound for his 6th inning of work, and this is AAA debut. Here's Gage Workman.
Game last night. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch to Clark, misses low, ball 1. Anyway, Nick, we were talking about the tip of the Bats cap. Corner Cafe yesterday. Proud to recognize the 40 years of service that they put in this community. All those great meals over all those years.
Yes.
And today, here's a ground ball headed toward the middle. Shortstop cuts it off, bobbles it, gets it. Arroyo throws to first in time. Clark gone 6-3. Down to second base goes Burt. The batter will be Gage Workman. Somebody special, someone, a couple special to our near and dear to our hearts. And a long time of
your St. Paul Saints. Walker Jenkins will lead it off, 217, no homers and 4 RBI. Cusick will take a big deep breath on the mound. He'll deliver his first pitch, and it's a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, 95 miles an hour for the right-handed Cusick. Cusick, whose fastball averages exactly that, 95, and that one misses outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball, slider, sinker, curve, and he's throwing a splitter as well. The curveball and the splitter, he has thrown just 7 total of those. 2-0 pitch. Jenkins takes below the zone with a slider, 3 balls and no strikes. That fastball, opponent slugging .357 against the fastball. 3 balls, no strikes on Jenkins. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1. Jenkins has shown flashes over the last few games. Looking to put it together, that hot streak. But again, we've talked about it, coming back from that grade 1 hamstring strain. So he's probably at the back end here. 3-1 called to strike of the amount of at-bats he'd get in spring training. So again, still finding that swing. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count on Jenkins. Royce Lewis on deck, payoff pitch. Upstairs fastball, ball 4. So the leadoff man is aboard. And as Royce steps into the box, let's give you the Bulldog defense behind Cusick. Over Piguero, the community tab, click on Youth Sports Initiatives to register. Top of the order for the Saints, Walker Jenkins will lead it off. He walked his first time up. First pitch, and the slider misses down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. The man that has been dubbed Captain America, Walker Jenkins. Everybody waiting for his time in the big leagues. Former twin Michael Kadire is the one that gave him the nickname. Said there was a couple reasons: leadership style, and of course his resemblance to the Marvel superhero. Is that one fouled off?
The truck thought you were calling me Captain America. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for thinking that.
Someone who knows Marvel superheroes better than me would come up with some witty response of some, schlub. But I'm not that good. I don't know that much. As this one's going to be challenged by the catcher on a pitch that was called a ball, and I think this is going to be a ball.
Yeah, it's just
and it
low.
is. Call is confirmed. Down to one challenge
remaining.
I want someone out there to write a story. I feel like this would be like an athletic story if they let you do it. What the ABS guys do, or people do, when both teams are out of challenges. High and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
It's probably one of those things, though, that really only interests you.
I feel like the ABS is new enough at the major leagues that people don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
Right, like we do. We've seen it a lot. But, what do those people do when both teams are out of challenges? 3-2 in the air towards center field. Ball moving towards left center. Baroa makes the catch, 1 away, and that'll bring up Royce Lewis.
Why don't you ask him to come on the broadcast sometime, and you can...
The ABS people?
Yeah.
I have a feeling Major League Baseball will not allow those.
Field, You can get your tickets by going to chsfield.com. It'll be Walker Jenkins, Royce Lewis, Emmanuel Rodriguez. And a first pitch low to Walker Jenkins. 1 ball and no strikes. Jenkins 0 for 1 today. He walked and scored a run on the Royce Lewis home run back in the first inning. Saints find themselves behind for the second time today. And he lifts this one towards left. Did he get enough of it? Back is Cairo at the wall, and no, it falls into his glove on the warning track. Still searching for that first home run. Series 7th of the season for Trevino, 3-0, a 4.50 ERA, 8 innings, 12 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opponents hitting .313 against him.
First pitch, called a strike. Jenkins, Lewis, and Rodriguez. It'll be the final at bat for Royce today. He was scheduled to get 4 ABs. Jenkins 0 for 2 with a walk. Trevino comes back 0-1. Down and in with the cutter, 1 ball, 1 strike. Trevino, 5-pitch pitcher. Cutter, sinker, sweeper, fastball, change. And he throws them all between 15 and 24%, so hard to sit on one thing for Trevino. One ball, 1 strike, the count on Walker Jenkins. Today's got to be the day he gets his first, right? I mean, everybody else is homering. Takes on the inside corner.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Be a big moment here if he can find a way to drive one somewhere.
Trevino, 11th round pick by the A's in 2013 out of Slippery Rock University in Pennsylvania. Taps one past the mound. Charging is Alcantara. Has to hurry in time to get Walker. Just did get him. Jenkins can run well, but bang, bang play goes the way of the Iron Pigs. Watch it again.
And hat tip to the 2 kids who were standing on the railing where that ball hit. They never even flinched.
Yeah, be thankful that didn't go over that onto the berm, because one of them would have worn that.
Yeah, those. Oh, I guess the one kid did take a little step back, but the kid in the gray, he didn't flinch.
Here's Walker Jenkins, takes low. So 5 home runs for the Saints. Ball downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. That is the most that they have hit this year. And Jenkins foul, tips it, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it won't mean much in this one if you don't win, but could be something or you could build on as the season goes along, as that's fouled off. The last time the Saints hit at least 5 home runs in a game, they did not do it last year. They hit a franchise record 8 on June 13th of 2024 in Louisville. The launching pad that is. Called strike 3. Jenkins down on strikes, and there are 2 away. Saints down to their final out.
It'll be a pitch hitter.
24 last year for single-A Great Lakes. He'll likely be running here. He's got a huge lead. Here's DePaul at the plate. And the pitch, swinging a ball hit foul, slicing down the left field line into the seats. Drillers Baseball today on the radio on 1430 The Buzz, and also the live stream, Bally Sports Live. Sloan, the right-hander, waiting, comes set. DePaula from the left side waits. The pitch is a strike to knees on the outside corner. DePaula, judging by his body language, did not like that call. And the count now is 0-2. DePaula hitting .341. 15 hits in 44 at-bats with a homer and 9 runs driven in. He's down the count 0-2. Sloan delivers. The pitch, swinging a ground ball, foul to first base side. Gary Shepard and the grounds crew have the field in great shape. Dark green grass. The dark brown, almost reddish color infield dirt. Looks real good on a sunshiny day like we have this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch inside to throw to second base, and he is safe. That throw is a little bit off to the left of second base, and the tag applied late by Arruda, and that is stolen base number 8 for Kendall George. He is 8 of 8 this year. And DePaula now with a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. DePaula last night was 2 for 4 with a run driven in. Next pitch misses outside. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans continue to make their way to the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes to DePaula. Sloan delivers the pitch, swing and a fly ball to left. Back on an Arroyo, and he reaches up and makes the catch. And holding at second base is George. You know, DePaula hit that ball the other way. Seattle, he is 28 years old. 6 foot, 205-pound lefty. And the first pitch is low outside, ball 1. He had an agent who called him to tell him he was being signed by Seattle. He pitched 4 years at the University of Oregon for the Ducks. Next pitch, swing and a little looper into left field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. So a bloop single for DePaula. A 1-out single here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Dennis Higgins along with Bruce Howard. Good to have you with us. Drillers are playing their 14th game of the year. He's there. Infield single. Another infield single for the speedster. Watch him see if he goes here. Big lead at first. First pitch. And DePaula checked his swing. Did he go? He did on the appeal. The third base umpire says, yes, you did. Drillers with a 2-1 lead. We're in the bottom of the second inning here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And the next pitch is a fastball in the inside corner. And the count now is 0-2 to DePaula. DePaula flied to left his first at bat. Came into the game this afternoon hitting .341. He's now 15 of 45 on the season. Pitch is a bounce to the dirt to the backstop. Runner from third coming to the plate and safe. Fernandez with a slide to avoid the tag by the lunging catcher Raposo. That'll be a wild pitch, and it's now a 3-1 lead for the Drillers. That was a real creative slide at the plate by Fernandez. That ball boomeranged off the netting behind home plate, back towards home plate. Raposo, the catcher, got it and lunged. See the replay here on Bally Sports Live, and he went around with his left hand. Fernandez did to touch the plate. Had he gone in there with his right hand, it would have been much closer. Now time called.
It was like the swim move, right?
So a wild pitch produces the third run of the inning. 3-1 lead for the Drillers here. And George is at second base. The pitch to DePaula, a swing and a foul to plate. Fouled that off his foot or his ankle. DePaula will take a moment to get rid of the sting off the foot or the ankle. Now he's back in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Josue DePaula. Left-handed batter up here. Sloan, the right-hander. Here he comes. The pitch is a breaking ball, low and inside. Late appeal, no swing, says the third base umpire. Now we see a little bit of shadow now emerging from the first base side, the Drillers dugout, creeping out towards the infield. What a beautiful afternoon here. Sun splashed. Next pitch is a swing and a foul to plate.
You know, one of the quirks here at One Oak Field is that netting behind home plate goes almost all the way down to the dirt. There's that little concrete piece there. A lot of places it'll hit a padding or something and die.
Yeah.
And that thing will boomerang, like you said.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is a swing and a ground ball, foul, first base side. Drillers have 3 runs in here in the second inning, leading 3-1 over Arkansas. Paula waiting from the left side. Sloan looks in for the sign, sees one he likes, and comes set. George, the runner at second. The pitch is low and inside, ball 3. Drillers base coaches, Johan Garcia is at third base, and Braylon Hens at first. 3-2 the count to Paula waiting. And here it comes, a pitch, and that is high and away, ball 4. So DePaula works his way aboard for a walk. He's been displaying a really good batter's eye this year.
Digs in, first and third, 1 out, infield is deep. And here's the Teleshay delivery. At the knees for a strike. DePaula at the plate, backed off a little bit, did not take time. Here's the set. Long hold, and the 0-1 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. And it was funny, DePaula, after that last pitch, stepped out a little bit and then kind of squirmed around and shook and shaked. He almost looked like he was doing his own chicken dance at the plate. Just kind of twisting and turning, trying to stay limber, I guess. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a foul straight back on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And Teleshay kind of looks like one of those guys that'll occasionally pitch backwards, set you up with the early breaking pitches, and then try to sneak that fastball by you. Here's the set by the lefty. And the 0-2 delivery, just outside for a ball. DePaula is 3 for 12 in the series. Get another look at it, and a good call by the home plate umpire. They get another look at it on Bally Sports Live. Here's a throw to first, and they've got him in a rundown. Throw to second, and he's tagged out as Newell gets caught off on the pickoff throw by Teleshay, and the play goes 1-3-6 for the caught stealing. Geloff still at third, but they're 2 down now. And now the Drillers will have to have the benefit of a hit or an error to score this run. Here's the set by Teleshay. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul, poked off to the left side and out of play. No score in the game. 4 base hits for the Drillers. Only 1 base hit so far for Arkansas. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the set. Teleshay's pitch. Breaking ball fouled off to the left side as that one slices into the crowd. That noise you hear in the background is Hornsby on top of the Drillers dugout with a drum. Here's the pitch, a slow roller to the right side, a ground ball scooped up by Arroyo. Two down here in the 4th inning. DePaula the batter. I mean, you can't place a bunt much better than that. Here's the pitch to DePaula, swing and a miss. One after a low slider. DePaula 0 for 1. So Kendall George trying to get something going for the Drillers in the 4th and gets turned away by good defense by Cali. And this has been, in this series, especially the last 3 games, has been really outstanding defense on the Travelers' part. 1-1 delivery, check swing, breaking ball that actually hit the bat and went into the glove. So it's a foul tip and a strike. 1-2 to DePaula. If that doesn't hit his bat, it's probably a ball. 8-5 Arkansas here in the 4th. 2 outs, nobody aboard, and the pitch is low for a ball. 2-2. Second game starters, Peyton Martin for Tulsa. 0-1 record, 10.13 ERA. And Nico Telech. Here's the pitch inside, and it looked like it hit him. It did. It got him on the foot. And Paula jumping around definitely had something go on. Davila, the right-hander, looks in. Josue, left-handed hitter, digging in deep in the box, and a pitch inside nearly hit him. You know, we were talking last night in the game, about number 55 to Paula and how many famous baseball players have 55. Of course, we came up with Oral Hershiser, and got to apologize for relying on AI to get some more. Here's the pitch. Check swing low, but in the strike zone, evidently at the knees, and the count is now 1-1. We went on Google and tried to figure out other famous baseball players 55, and they came up with a whole bunch of names. Jesse Orozco and Randy Johnson, all wrong. None of the names we mentioned last night actually were guys that were number 55, so we apologize for that. But I did finally get that list, and there were not a whole lot, but there were a few. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, but just off the plate. I mean, there were a lot of players with 55, but notable players. Tim Lincecum would be one that comes to mind. Russell Martin. Gilles Mache. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. So there are a few that have worn that number 55, but not a whole lot of significant players. Ramon Hernandez was another one that wore 55, that played a considerable number of years. So there you go. Hopefully that puts that to rest. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Josue de Paula, wearing number 55. Here's the pitch, low and inside, 3-2. So we get to a really clutch situation here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first base, Newell, with a leadoff walk here in the 6th. And the Drillers are down 1-0. From the stretch, Davila. 3-2 pitch. Runner is going. Swinging a bouncing ball first base way. Caught by first baseman Fitzgerald, who stamps the bag at first for the out there. But Newell and the Drillers stay out of the double play by getting him going. That might.
Here is Josue de Paula, who is 0 for 1. Fly to left, been hit by a pitch and walked. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike at 93 at the knees on the inside corner. Drillers trail 12-5. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, final scheduled inning. And the pitch is a swing and a ground ball pulled to first. Backhand pickup by the first baseman, goes to second for 1. Return throw to first. Double play. Wow, they made that look easy too. That is a 3-6-1 double play.
He had put together a couple of very, very good outings. He held Indianapolis to 1 run on 2 hits over 6 innings, throwing only 69 pitches, and in his second go-round, 2 earned runs over 5 innings against the Woo Sox, who then touched him up 7 runs on 6 hits over 4 frames. Cloudy day continues here in Central Ohio, but hopefully we're dry.
Tolentino can do so many different things for you. Talked about the home run last night, came on the night before, and he had a pinch hit double, and just knows how to hit it. Next pitch called strike 3 over the outside corner. Benjamin challenges.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter is challenging.
Iowa has challenged in this inning and has lost.
Call is overturned. Columbus has 2 challenges remaining.
Not the case here for the Clippers. Benjamin is correct in his challenge. So instead of being called out on strikes, he is still alive. Now he's out on strikes with a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. Now again, Wicks is on a rehab start here, and there is activity in the bullpen for the Iowa Cubs. Petey Halpin is the next batter, and he'll stand in and face Wicks. 2 outs.
Back here at Huntington Park. Clippers down 2-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Kevin Alcantara will lead things off. Alcantara was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning, caught, steal.
He's taking second. There was none, so he'll settle for the single. But he might wind up at second anyway. Stole his 4th base of the year earlier in this game. Diane Frias, 0 for 2. He's flied to right, bounced into a 5-4-3 double play as well. Takes a strike at the knees. Left-hander block, checks the runner at first. Foul ball on the 3rd base side. You got that left-handed pitcher out there as a base runner in Tolentino. You're watching every single thing you can find here. And for Block, he's trying to vary up his time to the plate. Can't be in a rhythm. You have to give different looks every time. Here's a ball struck towards center field. Alcantara moving back into his left to make the catch. And Tolentino stays put at first.
He threw it in spring training was back in February, so it's really been a long time for him, and it's going to be about getting that feel back with all the different pitches and make sure he feels good.
It's on a bouncing ball down the first base side. Taylor is there. He taps the bag for the out on the play. Rodriguez moves up to second base. And there's 2 away now. Top of the 3rd inning, Bryce Eldridge to lead it off for the River Cats. Gabe Moser deals the first pitch, and it misses outside for ball 1. Eldridge, Kennedy, and Barracoto do up. As Moser gets his first clean inning of work, he induced the flyout to cap off the second for Miller. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes on Eldridge, who grounded out to first, facing Bryce Miller in the 1st inning. Now Moser on the mound, he looks in. Deals the 2-0. Fouled off at the plate. Count moves to 2-1 on Eldridge. And that time the sinker. Moser has been excellent this season. 3 consecutive quality starts ahead of tonight. Allowing just 2 earned runs over his last 19 innings. Good for a sub-1 ERA in that time. As Eldridge swings and misses at the sweeper. 2-2 the count. Only AAA pitcher to log 3 quality starts this season. 2-2. This is low. Blocked by Pareda. Count is full. Payoff on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Eldridge goes down on strikes as Moser gets him with the sweeper. There's 1 away in the 3rd.
River Cats tied at 4 as Bryce Eldridge, Buddy Kennedy, and Victor Barracoto do up in the 5th against Gabe Moser. And the first pitch of the frame. This is up and away for ball 1 to Eldridge, who was 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a strikeout. Eldridge is off to a phenomenal start this season. 1-0 pitch. Towering fly ball down the left field line as Rodden will give it a look, but that's well into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike on Eldridge. It'll be an interesting dynamic whenever the time comes for Eldridge to get back up to the big leagues. 1-1. Down and away, 2 balls and a strike because The Giants, who obviously made that enormous trade for Rafi Devers. He's currently holding down the fort at first. Moser's 2-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And so whenever Eldridge does join the Giants, whenever that time comes for him, he's going to be the first baseman. And that means you put Rafi Devers likely back into the DH spot. 2-2. Up and in. Count is full. Three balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Eldridge, in the 5th inning. Here it comes. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Devers, who obviously has never had much of an issue being the DH. Tongue-in-cheek. It is interesting, though, how the situation changes for him between San Francisco and Boston as Eldridge grounds one right back to the mound. Moser's got it, flipped to first, 1 away. Brings up Buddy Kennedy. And his staff.
Eldridge in from the left side. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. And it's exciting to see it take shape. When we were down in spring training this season, that was what everybody unanimously was talking about, was some rumblings of that your bullpen's going to be pretty good, and it's been as advertised. Mike McCarthy comes out. He's going to have a chat with Moser, and the infield will join. A lot of off-season signings for Seattle. Moser, one of them. Quick conversation. And McCarthy heads back to the dugout. A little bit of movement in the Rainiers bullpen right now. A right-hander up and throwing.
I believe that's Michael Rucker.
Eldridge at the plate in a 1-0 count. The pitch. Swing, and he flares it down the third base side and foul. Count evens. (6-4) Tacoma leads in the top of the 7th inning. Furman at first base. (1-1). Misses for ball 2, but here's a challenge. Reitz is going to challenge, or Pareda, excuse me, is going to challenge this one. And that one is a strike. 3/4 of the baseball in the zone. And Tacoma keeps their 2 challenges. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs on Eldridge. Moser sets. The 1-2 home. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Eldridge goes down swinging at the knuckleball from
Last night he had his 10-game hitting streak snapped. He was 0 for 3 with a walk. Left-handed batter up here in the pitch. As he swing a ground ball towards first. Backing up for the hop is Pellegrini. And the underhands to the pitcher Sloan, covered for the out. And the side is retired. So the Drillers strand a runner at third base. We played. Is hitting .255 on the year. Left-handed batter against the lefty Telechet. Pitch is down low, ball 1. Telechet is 0-1 this year with a 5.63 ERA. 2 ball games, 1 as a starter. He's pitched 8 innings, given up 10 hits, 5 runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. And the pitch is a fastball that backs him off the plate. Well, as the sun sets to the first base side of the ballpark, stadium lights turned on, but not really kicking in much right now. There's still enough daylight. But all of the playing field is in shadow now. And the pitch is taken low, blocked in the dirt by McKeithen, the catcher. Defensively, Arkansas has Aaron McKeithen catching, Hunter Fitzgerald at first base, Michael Arroyo at second, Josh Hood the shortstop, Caleb Cali at third. Jared Sundstrom is in left, Sammy Ciani is in center, and Blake Rambush in right. Teleshay deals a pitch, and that is a strike. Well located pitch to the knees on the outside corner, 3-1. No score. Bottom of the first inning. Second game of a doubleheader scheduled for 7 innings. Here's the 3-1. And that is in there for a strike. Boy came in off speed at 85 and dropped it in there, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Paula, the runner at second base. Hope at the plate. 2 outs. No score, first inning. Teleshay out of the stretch. Check the runner at second base, and he delivers. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on a sweeping breaking ball at 84, and the side is retired. So
Well, kind of a messy third inning for the Tulsa Drillers defensively and on the mound, as 5 runs come in for Arkansas, and they lead it 6-3. Zyhir Hope will lead it off here in the third inning against the right-hander Mendoza. Here's the delivery, swinging a line shot down the right field line, curls foul. Boy, Hope drilled that one down that right field line. So Arkansas ends up getting 5 runs in the inning to take the 6-3 lead. And for Crowell, his book is complete. 2+ innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout. Zyhir Hope grounded out to first base his first time up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the left-handed hitter. Mendoza turns on the rubber and brings the 1-2 high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 6 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Arkansas. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Drillers. And again, this is a 7-inning game, so 2 less innings for the Drillers to try to come back. A foul into the netting off to the left. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zyhir Hope, who's the DH today. Obviously, he plays mostly in the outfield for Tulsa. Breaking ball low and inside. And now the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Zyhir had his 10-game hit streak snapped last night. He had hit in every game that he had appeared in until last night. There's a swing and a miss. Good fastball at 94 right on the outside corner. Hope swings through it. 1 down in the third inning. So in the first inning, Teleshay with the wind, and here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. One ball, no strikes to the Tulsa cleanup hitter, Hope, who struck out swinging his first time up in the first inning. There's a little roller, a ground ball up the middle to his left is the shortstop Hood, and he's able to scoop it up on the right field side of the bag, and he fires to first in time with the sidearm. And Hope is retired. 2 down here in the 4th inning, and it's Elijah Hainline.
4 innings for the Drillers here in the 5th. This game is scheduled for 7 innings. Mendoza on the mound. The right-hander's first pitch is a swing and a miss at a high breaking ball. Zyhir Hope has grounded out and struck out 0 for 2. He had a 10-game hitting streak snapped here last night. Next pitch is high and away. Arkansas has scored in 4 of the first 5 innings today. Next pitch is inside the left-handed batter, Hope, ball 2. 2-1 the count. That shadow now is moving out towards the pitcher's mound from the first base sideline, covering almost half of the right side of the infield. Here's the pitch, and he's swinging a high fly ball hit to right. Back on is Montes. The warning track, he squares up and makes the catch right in front of the 4-foot-high fence. So Hope just gets underneath it and skies out to the
6th base hit for Tulsa. The right-hander's pitch, and Hope takes it for a strike on the outside edge. 0-1 count. And Nevin at first base has attempted 4 steals this year. He's been successful on all 4, and he's getting a decent lead over there. Here's the set by Davila. And the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Slider in the dirt, and Hope went after it. Zyhir is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first. Grounded to short in the 4th. He is 3 for 15 in the series. Here's the set by Davila, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Wow, 0-2 pitch, and he just ground him up with another breaking ball, hard breaking ball. And Hope struck out, 2 down, runner at first, and Hainline is the batter.
Season joined the Drillers down the stretch. Made 3 starts, 2 relief appearances for the Drillers last year with a 2.75 earned run average. First pitch, a swing and a pop foul. Third base side, there's room over there for Nevin, and he makes the catch in foul territory near the tarp for the 3rd out. Two down, bags empty here in the top of the 1st inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader, scheduled for 7 innings. Pitch is a little bit low and outside, ball 1. Peyton Martin is coming off a really good outing last Sunday on the road at Springfield. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He did not get the decision, a 7-2 win for the Drillers. Next pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. Well, our 1st inning tonight brought to you by Hornitos Tequila. Hornitos is for everyone you know and everyone they know. Hornitos is the official tequila of Drillers baseball. Martin goes into his windup, and here he comes. The pitch is a little bit low in the dirt. The Drillers defensively, they feature Nelson Quiros behind the plate, Joe Vitrano at first base, Jake Geloff at second, Elijah Hainline the shortstop, Kyle Nevin at third. Zyhir Hope in left, Chris Newell in center, Cole Myers in right. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. Boy, that was a fastball up at 95. Peyton Martin this year 0-1 record with a 10.13 ERA. Had a real rough first game out. 2 games, he's pitched 5 in the 3rd inning. He's given up 7 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The right-hander winds, and the 2-2 delivery is a swing and a miss. Got him with the breaking ball down and in. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Martin with a strikeout. We played a half inning, game 2. Good to have you with us tonight on 1430 The Buzz, and also those following the
George, and then his throw did not hit the cutoff man, so might not be an error, but certainly a play that could have been made a little bit more effectively by the Drillers defense. There's a pitch in there to Montes, so it's an RBI double for Fitzgerald, his 2nd double of the game, and it's 3-2. Montes fouled out to the 3rd baseman his first time up. Crowell, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that one just inside. It was a breaking ball that didn't quite make it on that inside corner. So that is base hit number 5 for Arkansas, and we mentioned they had a very poor average coming into this series. Here's the 1-1, swinging a pop-up left side. That one is going to go out of play to our left and off the end of the bat. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And coming into Thursday's game, Arkansas had a 197 team batting average. Then they break out with 15 base hits. They got 8 in last night's game in the loss, and they already have 5 in this one. We're in the 3rd inning with nobody out and runner at second base. Time is called by Lazaro Montes, and he steps out. Big left-handed hitter crowds the plate deep in the box, slightly open stance. Here's the check by Crowell, and the 1-2 outside and low, blocked by Lockwood Powell. That was in the dirt, and he short hopped it, kept it in front of him, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Montes. Drillers with a 3-2 lead, and again, this is the first of a doubleheader, 7-inning game. Second game will begin at 7 o'clock or a little after. Here's the set and the 2-2 offering. Swinging a little tap roller down the first base line, but that one actually hit the batter Montes, so it's a foul ball. And the count holds at 2-2. A single by Arroyo, a double by Fitzgerald, plating a run here in this third inning. And a 3-2 score. Driller still on top. Here's the set by the lefty. Looks towards second. Time is called. Is that the second? No, that is a pitch clock violation, actually. So now the count goes to 3-2. I thought for a moment that Montes had called time, and if that had been the case, that would have been strike 3 because he'd already taken 1. However, it was a pitch clock violation. So now the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Crowell to the belt and now brings the pitch. Outside and low, that's ball 4. You got to wonder sometimes in a situation like that, if you make the mental mistake of allowing a pitch clock violation. Top of the 4th inning, and the first batter is Montes, and the first pitch is fouled away back at the netting. The count is 0-1 to Lazaro Montes, followed by Hunter Fitzgerald and Caleb Cali. In a scoreless game here in the 4th inning. Montes, left-handed hitting DH. And here's the delivery, and that's a fastball strike outside corner. Peyton Martin has done some really nice work here early. He's allowed the 1 base hit. He's allowed 2 base runners. He has struck out 3. He has walked 1. Montes, the batter, struck out swinging in the first inning. Has a 4-game hit streak going. Has had a base hit in every single game so far in the series. And there's a breaking ball down low and outside, and the count is 1-2. Peyton Martin, last year pitched for the Dodgers Arizona Complex team and then for Great Lakes. There's a pitch, just misses up high. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year between those two teams, 7-4, 4.32 ERA, 19 starts last year for Peyton Martin. And the right-hander kicks and deals outside, ball 3, 3-0. Yet Montes 0-2 on the count. Now it's 3-2. Right-hander kicks. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. Swinging a line drive, right field, drops in for a base hit. Leadoff single by Lazaro Montes. And the batter will be Hunter Fitzgerald. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Now Fitzgerald, it's interesting, as you listen to us, you just figure his name is the first, and walked and scored in the 3rd. The check by Day. And the right-hander's pitch, swing and a miss, carved him up with some sort of sinker low and in. And Montes waved at it, and it's 0-1. 5 walks issued by Crowell, 3 of those scored. He ended up allowing 6 runs, 5 earned. And walks will definitely kill you. Montes deep in the box, slightly closed stance. Outfield, believe it or not, playing him kind of to go the other way a little bit. Mostly straight away, but a little bit the other way. And there's a pitch in there for a strike. In fact, right fielder to Paula. It's probably 65 feet off the line, so if Montes yanks it down that right field line, he's got a ways to go. Runner at second is Arroyo. Here's the set. And the Day 0-2 pitch. Slider low and in. Montes looking back at the home plate umpire, Trevor Patience. Not sure what that discussion was about, and he continues it right now. And then maybe he thought that hit him in the top of the shoe. It was close, but at any rate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Day sets at the belt. And his delivery, swinging a ground ball down the first base side, and that is a fair ball right over the bag. Rounding third, Arroyo. He scores. Montes into second base. He slides safe off of the throw from DePaula. That is an RBI double for Montes, and it's 7-5. Montes the hitter now, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch, a heavy swing, and he taps it foul at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the set by the right-hander Gutierrez. And the pitch to Montes. Fastball strike. Outer third at 94 miles an hour. Good pitch. No balls, 2 strikes to Montes. Designated hitter. He was 1 for 2, and he's had a base hit in all 5 games of this series. And now he calls time and steps out. 1 out, 1 on here in the Arkansas 6th inning. The Travelers leading by a score of 1-0. Game 2 of this doubleheader. From the stretch, Gutierrez. And the right-hander brings it. Fastball away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, Arroyo, has only had 1 stolen base this year. And coming into this game, Arkansas had 16 steals, successful steals against the Drillers in this series. And I think it's out of 17 attempts. Throw to first. And getting back is Arroyo, but earlier in the game, Montes was actually picked off by Peyton Martin. But I don't think that was ruled as a base stealing attempt or a caught stealing. It's just a pickoff. Here's the set by Gutierrez, and the pitch, and a high sky pop fly down the left field line, racing toward the line and making the catch is Hope just inside fair territory. 2 down. That was a mile high in the air.
Inning continues, and here is Montes, the right fielder. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Well, Fitzgerald, he has 3 hits. He has driven in 3 runs today. He has 2 doubles. Montes waiting. The pitch is a swing and a miss, and the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count with 2 outs, but 3 runs in here. Runner goes to second. The pitch is up high. The throw to second base. It bounces off the glove of the shortstop, McLean, into shallow left field, but there's no advancement by Fitzgerald. But another stolen base. The 3rd steal of the inning. 13 of 14 now. Stolen bases in the series for Arkansas. Drillers will have to make some adjustments here in the running game and defensively, because word will get around. Other teams in the Texas League will catch on that you can run against the Drillers. Here comes a pitch, and that's a breaking ball, a check swing. He did not go. Montes today is 1 for 2. He's fouled out to third, walked and scored, and had an RBI double. Two. A swing and a ball, chopped foul up the first base side. Game 2 of this series, or this doubleheader coming up tonight, scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. Might be a little bit after that, the length of this game here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch is a swing and a fly ball to right. Back on it is to Paula. Now he comes in and makes the catch for the 3rd out. However, 3 more runs for Arkansas as we head down to the bottom of the 5th inning at 1-0. 6 innings. And he is on the mound now, a position player. Here's Montes. And the first pitch is a slow knuckleball in there for a strike. Drillers are trailing 12-5. We're in the 7th inning, last scheduled inning. Next pitch is a bouncer in the dirt. Now, Janer is a very versatile ball player. We've seen him catch, third base, shortstop, second base, and now pitcher. Right-hander. Next pitch is a swing and a miss. That pitch came in at 64 miles an hour. That's even slower than a batting practice pitch. Montes is 1 for 3. Pitch is a fastball. He's swinging a ground ball foul up to first base side. That pitch came in at 87 from Fernandez. Montes 1 for 3 with an RBI double and a walk. He has scored twice. All of the infield now covered in shadow. The right field, right center field in shadow. Left field is the sun field right now as that sun sets first base side. This is the final scheduled inning. Next pitch is a swing and a ground ball to second base, scooped up there by the second baseman Geloff, and he throws to first for the out. So Geloff is the new second baseman. Now there's 2 outs.
Zone, that is. He thought it was in, and he's telling Kyle Leisman behind the plate that is the 0-1. Taken upstairs. JoJo, who had the night off yesterday, but the last time we saw him, he worked a 9-pitch walk-off walk in the 10th inning on Wednesday. Also had a double in the game. 1-1. Changeup misses outside. It was a 9-pitch walk, a great at-bat with the bases loaded, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning on Wednesday. That lifted the Blue Jays to victory. 2-1 grounded sharply third base side. That's a fair ball. All the way up the line into the corner. Parker around second base. He wants the 3-bagger now. He's going to pump the brakes around second base. And a leadoff double for JoJo Parker, who stays blazing hot. He's now been on base in 11 games. A double in back-to-back games.
Now batting,
and here's Blaine Bullard.
Number 23, Blaine Bullard.
Bullard is the Blue Jays' number 15 prospect. He's at the center. Is now 5 for his last 7 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs over his last 7 at-bats. He is on an absolute roll at the plate. So is JoJo Parker. He doubled down the left field line his first time to the dish, over 104 miles an hour off the bat. Takes a called strike here. JoJo, the 19-year-old from Purvis, Mississippi, 2-1. And Parker destroys this. Deep right, all Jimenez can do is watch off the top of the WestJet flight deck. Bye-bye baseball. JoJo Parker, his second as a pro, adds another run for the DJs. Back-to-back home runs. Dariel Ramon and JoJo Parker, the Jays are in business.
Designated hitter number
101.4 off the bat, 362 feet. Second pro homer for the Blue Jays' first-round draft pick. Here's Blaine Bullard looking to keep the party.
Back to Madison Avenue. Dave Portnoy, I think, gave it a pretty good rating.
It was like a 7-8, right?
It was something
around there?
Yeah. He really liked it. It was a funny video as well. Yeah, right there on the causeway.
One to JoJo. Swing and a miss on the fastball. JoJo posted on his Instagram story this morning just like the most wholesome video of his breakfast.
I saw that.
Steak and eggs.
Looked
just
fantastic.
A massive steak and a massive plate of scrambled eggs.
I mean, if you remember asking me questions about my diet, that's pretty much what I said was steak and eggs. Gives you homers, bro. I don't know, and I mean, it's working today.
It just felt like, he's a first-round draft pick. He's got a lot of eyes, a lot of Instagram followers. He's got the social media clout. And it just felt like the funniest, most wholesome video. No music, no caption, no nothing. As Parker goes down swinging here, side retired, 1-2-3 inning for Pacheco. 5th when we come back. Jays up 4-1.
Academy Bus, the East Coast leader in bus transportation services, is proud to sponsor the Blue Jays. Like those who wear the blue and white, we strive for excellence with every move we make. Our diversified fleet.
The first time as a pro tonight. Said he's more than willing to play anywhere the team needs. As the 1-0. Breaking ball up and away. Makes the count 2-0. Really has played shortstop his entire life. I mean, when you're the 8th overall draft pick in the MLB draft, you're the best player on every team you've ever played on. 2-0. Takes in for a called strike. Did play second base when he was on varsity as an 8th grader. I mean, he already had offers crawling in from Power 5 schools as an 8th grader. 2-1 taken low and in. But was the second baseman on his varsity team when he was in middle school. The shortstop was 5 years older than him, so JoJo, since he wasn't even in high school yet, stayed at second base. It's the last time he wasn't a shortstop. 3-1. Misses low for ball 4. JoJo on base for the 3rd time today. And that brings up Blaine Bullard with the bases juiced. All loaded up for the Blue Jays number 15 prospect. Their 12th rounder last year, who signed for more money than any 12th rounder. JoJo with a great start to the season, playing third base today. First time at the hot corner as a pro. 0-1 in for a called strike. Great start to the professional career for Parker. Batting .286 with 2 home runs and a .1035 OPS. 12 games in. Rockets this one on the ground on the right side, and a good play by Phelps. 2 gone.
Designated hitter number 23.
Here's the DH, Blaine Bullard. Wonder if we'll see Yaveri Severino back on in the top of the 9th inning to try and lock down the save. There is a run.
On a rehab assignment here with Bradenton. Just 19 years old, much like Griffin and Hernandez, as he skies one to center field. Racing in to get there is Willie Montero, and he makes the grab on out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Danny Flatt. Get to the rest of the Tarpon defense. JoJo Jackson's in left. Willie Montero making that catch in center. We saw Brandon Maella make the grab in right. Get to the rest of the defense after this pitch. It's the dangerous Murph Gray. Checks 18 years old. 6'3", 200 pounds out of the Dominican Republic. Pitch up and away. He spent most of last season with Bradenton in 54 games, hit .262, had 10 home runs, 36 RBI, 17 doubles. Pitches in the dirt. So a productive part of the Marauder lineup in 2025. Started this season on the IL, but this being his first game back. Currently on the Greensboro Grasshoppers roster, but he's on a rehab assignment here with Bradenton. 2-1. Down the right field line is a fair ball. Into the corner it goes. Maella chases it down. Florentino races into second. He will drop anchor there with a double. So a 1-out double by Florentino, and Bradenton has a runner in scoring position here in the 3rd. Florentino's addition on a rehab assignment from High A Greensboro. The number 3 overall Pirates prospect digs in. And a high fly to right field down the line. Giving it a look, Maella to the foul line towards the bullpen wall. Reaches up. He made the catch. Wow. Brando Maella. Look at that again. Maia to the foul line, reaches over the wall and brings it home. Brando Maia. One out now for Murph Gray. Bradenton. So they'll give an error on Lovich. Pitch is a little low. Florentino with a double back in the third. He's 1 for 3. Big cut and a miss at that off-speed pitch. And good job by Tippy there, 2-1. 19-year-old Florentino. The number 3 Pirate prospect. 2-1. Chopper, foul of first. And the count evens at 2-2. First and second, one out. 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No. It was close. Tarpons utilized one of their challenges in a check swing appeal, but unsuccessful. Tampa has no challenges remaining. One out, first and second. It's a full count on Florentino. The pitch. And up and away, ball 4 as Tippy kind of fell off the mound on that delivery. So he walks Florentino, and that'll load the bases for Murph Gray. And rightfully so. Here comes pitching coach Gerardo Casadiego.
Worcester changed plans in large part because of the potential inclement weather, which thankfully has not been an issue. 2-1, and Williams takes outside for a ball. And this one's being challenged by the catcher, Theis. He thought that fastball grabbed the upper outside corner. And looking at StatCast, I think they're going to be right. Yep, they are. That call is overturned. It is a strike on Jett Williams. Worcester wins the challenge, still has 2 remaining. And instead of 3-1, it's 2-2 on Williams. It's been a good week for a lot of sounds. Jett Williams, a 12-game on-base streak. He's got 4 hits and 4 walks in the series. Sena deals, and that's very high. 3-2. 97 on the radar gun, but up top from the 25-year-old native of the Dominican Republic, Ritis Sena. 5'10", 180. Working out of the windup, first base side of the rubber. The pants up below the knee with the Red Sox on. 3-2 pitch. Williams hits a drive. Deep left field. Campbell back near the track. On the track looking up. It is gone. And Jett Williams has his first Sounds home run. A leadoff missile in the bottom of the first. On base streak now to 13 for Jett Williams. His first Sounds in AAA home run, and it's one for the Sounds in the bottom of the third. Jett Williams will lead off, and a new pitcher for Worcester in this bullpen game on a wet and chilly night. Noah Song takes over. Williams homered earlier, the pitch, and Jett takes up high, ball one. So Ritas Sena went 2 innings. Gave up the 1 run, and that 1 hit he allowed was the Williams homer. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Sena walked 2 and struck out 4. Song to the windup, the pitch. Williams takes outside a slider. 2-1 now on Jett Williams with Cooper Pratt on deck, and then Luis Lara. Light rain continues to fall, just enough to be annoying. The 2-1 is in for a strike at the knees. 93 from Song, who is on for the 7th time with a 6.43 ERA. Williams using his timeout. Song is 28 years old, 4th round pick of the Red Sox in 2019. Here's the 2-2, and Williams swings and misses strike 3. A slider got him, and it brings up Jett Williams. Williams, the homer in the first, and then struck out in the third. That was against Song. The pitch, there's the strike. The homer was off their spot starter, Ritas Sena, who went 2 innings. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Williams takes inside. It's 1-1. First home run of the year for Jett Williams. First home run this week by the Sounds. Here's the 1-1. That's outside. A slider missed, and it's 2-1. Some activity starting in the Worcester bullpen, and the Sounds continuing with Blake Holub in their bullpen. Here's the 2-1 now, and Williams takes up and in on a slider. Noah Song, 3 games with Worcester a year ago, comes home, and that one swung on and fouled straight back. Williams had a good rip at that one. Song was mostly at Double-A Portland a year ago for the Red Sox. The former Naval Academy standout comes home, and Williams lines a base hit the other way over to right. Castro goes to backhand it. Williams a big turn, holds with a single. Jett Williams locked in. That was one. Williams 2 for 3 with a homer, a strikeout, and a bullet single. He has hit the ball very well twice tonight. Here's the pitch, and he takes inside. A fastball at 96 buzzed by him. Wyatt Olds finished the 5th, worked the 6th, and now logging the 7th with nobody warming in the Worcester pen. 1-0 serve, and Williams takes a strike, and he wants to challenge that. That was a cutter in. Williams thought it missed, and he's looking at the dugout where they're going to let him know. I think it just barely caught the strike zone. It did. So the Sounds lose a challenge.
Nashville has 1 challenge remaining.
I'm telling you, the challenge system more times than not proves how good these umpires are. They miss some, no doubt, but it's amazing how close these pitches are, either in the zone or just out of the zone when there are challenges. The 1-1 is low and in. And guys have never thrown harder in the game's history than in this current era of baseball, when it feels like everybody's throwing at least 95. And a lot of guys are throwing upper 90s. 2-1, and that's outside for a ball. The players' knowledge of the strike zone and the umpires. It's just incredible. Harley Acosta's hearing about it from the dugout. The pitch was called a ball, and it's being challenged by Worcester, and it was a strike.
Worcester has 1 challenge remaining.
So Worcester wins that challenge and has 1 remaining. The Sounds were upset in their dugout. I got to see that again. I don't know if Theis was real demonstrative. He might have vocally said he wanted to challenge. Did he tap the helmet, though? The Sounds were maybe upset that the challenge was being honored there. It's called a ball. It's overturned to a strike, so it's 2-2 on Jett Williams. See if I can pull up a replay of that. Yeah, here's the pitch. And it's swung on and missed by Williams, and down he goes. Beyond that safety fence, Campbell went back thinking he might have a play, and it got out. 391 feet for Jett Williams. And here's Cooper Pratt. And Pratt takes outside ball one. Well, we just caught up with Jett Williams a few days ago on a pregame show when he had tripled leading off the bottom of the first inning the night before. And he commented after that triple. Here's the pitch, and Pratt takes up and away. That was on Wednesday. We caught up with Williams on Thursday, and he remarked that that triple was his first extra base hit of the year, and he'd been gunning for one for a while. Well, now he's got two with that home run. Here's the 2-0 to Pratt, and Pratt takes a strike on a four-seam fastball at 96. That one had the look for Williams off the bat, no doubt. We've seen a lot of guys crush some balls this week that don't even get to the warning track, and that one got out. 2-1 now to Pratt. Swung on, that's barreled out to short, but right at Chang, who makes the catch. 101 off the bat for Cooper Pratt, but Pratt lined out to the shortstop back in the first inning. Here it comes, and he takes low and in for a ball. Sena threw 45 pitches in his 2 innings. Easton McGee has thrown 54 in his 3 innings. The pitch, and Pratt fouls it away. Went down to a knee on that one, took a big rip. So it certainly looks like McGee is done. Caleb Bowman continues to warm. Both teams with a bullpen game. Here's the pitch, and that one's hammered foul back out of play, and we presume for different reasons. We know the Sounds ended up with a bullpen game because Carlos Rodriguez got called up to the Brewers today to be a fresh arm in their bullpen after being scheduled to start down here. And Worcester had Peyton Tolley scheduled, and it sounds like they're going to go with him tomorrow. The 1-2, and that's bounced on the ground by Pratt up the middle near second. Siegler knocks it down, has no play. Pratt safe at first, and he's on with one away. Siegler was gloving that just on the third base side of second. We know Pratt runs well. I don't know that that's a lock for Siegler to get Pratt, even if he gloves that cleanly. For the season, Hoffman Brothers, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and appliances done right. Learn more at HoffmanBros.com. Jett Williams, a guy who's hot right now with a homer and that laser single. The pitch to Pratt curls inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Brock Wilkins had a good week. Luis Lara continues to just be so steady and impressive since the jump this year. Sounds have a lot of guys who could be in that who's hot category. Here's the pitch, and Pratt takes a fastball out of the zone for ball 2. That one was up and in. Williams gets his lead. Now the next one, and Pratt takes high. It's 3-0. Song was cruising along until that single by Williams. Now he falls behind 3-0 on Cooper Pratt. Here's the next pitch, and that's up high, ball 4. So 2 on with 2. He just kind of, it was almost like he tapped his forehead. It was very quick. It was not demonstrative tapping the top of the head, and I think that's why the Sounds dugout was upset that a challenge was being honored. The request, here's the pitch to Cooper Pratt, hit out to center, playable for Nate Eaton, and he makes the catch. I think the Sounds were upset that challenge request by Theis was not very demonstrative.
Righty deals. missing away. Fastball at 94, ball and 2 strikes. DeLucia, drafted out of Ole Miss, 6th round pick in 2022 after he was the most outstanding player at the College World Series for the Ole Miss Championship. 1-2, misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Suero. Reached Double-A for the first time last year and had 2 outstanding starts on the road at the end of the first half, helping the Ducks stay in contention in that first half race with the Erie Seawolves, ultimately falling short, however. The 2-2 missed away. Fastball at 92, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and in his Double-A debut, all told, 5-4, 3.19 ERA across 13 starts, 62 innings. On deck is Eli Serrano III. Payoff pitch with 2 down. The base is empty in the first. It comes, and it's lined to left field. Suero with a base hit. Antunes chasing it as it rolls onto the warning track. Suero digging for second base. He's there with a 2-out double.
He turned on that sweeper that time, just yanked it down the line. I'm surprised the ball rolled to the wall with the outfield being a little bit wet.
And Suero hit it hard into left field. 104 miles per hour off the bat. Now Eli Serrano, Mets number 13 prospect, designated hitter tonight. Hitting at .278, a homer, 5 runs batted in so far this season. First pitch from DeLucia. Backdoor slider missed down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Serrano has recorded 10 hits over his first 10 games at the Double-A level for Binghamton. 2 balls, no strikes. Team Italy got all the way to the semifinals, falling to eventual champion Venezuela. The 2-0 missed away. Fastball 92, 3 balls, no strikes to Young. On deck waits A.J. Ewing.
Eli Serrano stands in. He has been hit by a pitch and took a 3rd strike tonight. Left-hand batter. Had a 2-run home run yesterday. Pitch clock violation, 1-0 the count.
A pitch clock violation.
You could hear Brooks Pritchett and in on Jake Fox right around the chin that time. And down Jake went to the seat of his pants. Look at second, the 1-0, right down Main Street, called strike. When you get that pitcher on your nose and they come right down the middle, who wants to lean into that pitch?
Oh.
The next one especially.
Yeah, the left-handed batter against the lefty, not sitting comfortably at all.
1-1 away. Good block by Suero that time, and the slider in the dirt. Suero's earning his money this inning. 2-1 the count in a 2-1 ball game. Binghamton leads it. Ducks have a runner at second, just an out. Lipscomb on deck. Mitchell's that runner, good speed. Yawn is set. Looks back. 2-1. Inside and low. 3-1.
Three, Rubber Ducks baseball presented by 717 Credit Union.
Through in the first game, absolutely. First pitch is down low, ball 1. Arroyo is hitting .245 on the season. He was 2 for 5 in the opener. Right-handed batter up here, and Martin deals. The pitch is a fastball, backs him off the plate at the jackknife out of the way of that one. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. Martin winds, and here he comes. The pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Our umpires, Brandon Tipton working the plate, Tatum Littleton at first base, Trevor Patience at third. Sun is setting now. All of the field is in shadow. Next pitch, and that is a strike the knees on the inside corner. That one came in at 85 miles an hour. Peyton Martin, a 6 foot, 170-pound right-hander, 21 years old. He's out of Clemens, North Carolina. 17th round pick in 2022 by the Dodgers. Next pitch is a swing and a fly ball towards right. Racing to his right is Myers. He'll get there, and he reaches up and makes the catch. 2 down. Here comes Lazaro Montes. Montes, the DH. He is to Crowell. 1-0 record with a ERA of 0.00. This is his second start. He's also made 1 relief appearance. Left-hander's first pitch is down low, ball 1. Our umpires today: Trevor Patience behind the plate, Brandon Tipton at first base, and Tatum Littleton at third. Just underway. Game 1 of our doubleheader here at One Oak. Crowell, here he comes, a pitch, and that is low and inside, ball 2. Arroyo is hitting .229 for the season, a pair of homers, 7 RBIs. He is 3 for 13 in this series, hit by a pitch and a walk. Right-handed batter with a 2-0 count. Now a step and a pickoff throw, and diving back safely is Rambush. That light breeze blowing from left field across towards right. Here's the 2-0 pitch. He's swinging a ground ball towards short. Backhanded pickup by McLean. Goes to second for 1 to throw to first. Double play. Boy, what a turn at second base by Jainer Fernandez. Wow. That was nicely done.
First base. The set by the right-hander Martin, and Peyton Martin holds and throws. Check swing foul along the first base side. Martin, a 21-year-old, does not have a great numbers coming in, but as Dennis mentioned, had a good last outing. Number 24 prospect, according to the MLB pipeline folks, number 24 prospect in the LA Dodgers organization. Throw to first, Rambush gets back. 53rd start in his career, 12 wins, 12 losses as a pro, and a decent ERA of 3.81 as a pro. Here's a set, runner dancing off, and the pitch is a fastball strike outside corner. And we've seen this a lot, where Arkansas runners on the base pass, they take this jump toward the next base, almost daring the pitcher to throw. The set, and the right-hander's delivery, and that's low and outside for a ball. And we understand the rule is you can only throw over once, and you can throw over again, but if you don't pick them off, ends up being a balk. Here's the set by Martin. And again, he dances around out there, and here's the pitch. A bouncing ball towards shortstop, and a big hop for Hainline, and he tosses to Geloff at second for the force play, and the inning is over. So the 2-out walk does not hurt Peyton Martin, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and this game is still scoreless. Against Wyatt Crowell, as the Drillers have rallied and got 3 runs in the home half of the 2nd inning after Arkansas got 1 marker in the top half of the 2nd. And there's a curveball in for a strike to the right-handed hitting Arroyo, and it's 0-1. The wide, here's the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a foul straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Arroyo, who grounded into a double play, 6-4-3 back in the 1st inning. And Wyatt Crowell gave up 2 base hits, a single and a double, but got out of it unscathed, thanks partially to the double play grounder. The wide, here's the delivery. Swing and a foul, peeled off to the right side, not a play. The count is 1-2. Correction, the count is 0-2. Still 0-2. Arroyo, right-handed hitter. 3 for 14 in the series. Crowell's delivery, high and outside, 1-2. Crowell, 6 foot, 180 pounds, a left-hander out of Atlanta. Played his college ball at Florida State. 4th round pick. Here's the delivery and the breaking ball a little bit low. Crowell had Tommy John surgery in 2023. 2-2 count to Arroyo. The left-hander spins and brings the pitch. A little bit high and outside with a changeup. And the count is 3-2. 3 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Drillers. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for the Travelers. First game of a doubleheader. This is a 7-inning affair. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line, twisting foul, and that one gets out of play. And the River Spirit Casino Resort Party platform over there. It's a great place to watch a game because you have the half moon kind of angled wall over there with the padding. And when you're sitting in that area, you are right on top of the game. About as close as you can get to the game over there in that River Spirit Casino Resort Party platform. And I'd urge anybody that wants to try that out to go ahead and get a hold of the great folks in the Drillers front office to get tickets. There's a swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Arroyo sneaks one up the middle. And he has his first hit of the game, and it's a leadoff base hit here in the 3rd inning for Michael Arroyo. Hunter Fitzgerald is the batter. And Arroyo started off that last inning with a single, and he later scored. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Right-hander Cam Day with a wide, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A little bit of a breaking ball up, and he didn't get it. And the count is 0-1. 4th inning brought to you by Graves McLean, the official personal injury lawyers of the Tulsa Drillers. Winning matters at Graves McLean. Here's the pitch, a breaking ball low and outside, 1-1. Arroyo in the series is 4 for 15. He's a right-handed hitting left fielder. Day turns on the rubber and brings it a fastball away. And the count goes to 2-1. 6-5, Arkansas with the lead. Top half of the 4th inning. And we're getting into what you might consider the late innings in this 7-inning game. There's a fastball away, 3-1 now. Drillers won last night's game in dramatic fashion on the home run by Geloff. Here's the delivery, swing and a foul back into the netting. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Arroyo's from Columbia, played in the WBC this spring for Columbia. Here's the pitch, swing and a high drive deep left field, left center, racing back Myers on the run, and that one is off the top of the fence and stays in play. That is a double to lead off the 4th inning by Arroyo. Boy, that was so close to being a home run. Right-handed hitter. And now Gutierrez from the stretch. Here's the pitch, high for a ball. Arkansas leading 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. They captured the first game 12-5, and so the 2 teams through 4 games have split it evenly. Each team has won twice. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, the final game. The 1-0 pitch, swinging a high pop fly down the right field line, twisting into foul territory. Long run, and Meyer can't get there. Cole Myers made the Herculean attempt, but couldn't quite get there, and that ball kept twisting away from him. But Toronto was also giving chase down there. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Arroyo. Arroyo 5 for 20 in the series. Has had a base hit in each of the last, has had at least 1 base hit in each of the last 3 games. From the stretch, Gutierrez. And here comes the 1-1 delivery. Swinging another foul off to the right, and this one is twisting out of play without much question, about 15 rows deep into the seats on the right side. 1 out, nobody aboard here in the 6th inning. Tulsa has out-hit Arkansas 5-3, but they trail on the scoreboard 1-0. From the stretch, the right-hander Roque Gutierrez. And here's the pitch. Ooh, he hit him on the left shoulder. Arroyo hit by a pitch. 1 out and a man aboard now. Montes the batter. We see it on the replay on Bally Sports Live. Clearly safe.
So it's now 9-5. The runner goes to second. The pitch is up high now. No throw from Lockwood Powell, so a stolen base for Rambush. Now that makes it now 12 of 13 in steals in this series for Arkansas. Now that wild pitch comes back to haunt the Drillers, and Shaw infield still in. And the pitch is a breaking ball taken for a strike by Arroyo. This is Michael Arroyo at the plate. He is 2 for 3, a base hit, a double, and he's bounced into a double play. So now the Drillers are down 9-5. Shaw, the left-hander, here he comes. A pitch, swing, and a foul tip at the plate. Arkansas with another offensive explosion in this series. They have 9 runs on 9 hits. They had 13 runs on 15 hits Thursday. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball down and in. And striking out is Arroyo. Dennis Higgins along with Bruce Howard.
5 Arkansas, first of a doubleheader. And Arroyo, the batter, is 2 for 4 on the day. From the stretch, Ibarra. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Arroyo, right-handed hitting left fielder. The set by Ibarra. And the 0-1 delivery is a breaking ball missed inside, 1-1. The shadows have stretched all the way across beyond the pitcher's mound, so both the pitcher and the batter are in sunshine, or in shade, and the sunshine still on the left side of the infield and obviously most of the outfield. The set, here's the 1-1 delivery, swing and a foul line to the right into the netting, and that one was a late swing by Arroyo as he tried to sneak that 97-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Arroyo is 5 for 17 in the series. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Arroyo. Right-handed hitter deep in the box. Straightaway stance. The set by Ibarra. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air. Center field. Coming on is George. George waits and makes the catch, and the inning is over. However, one
game up. And that is what you'd love to see from a Major League rehabber right there. Any questions? Manuel Rodriguez shows bunt. And he fouled it back, and it's no balls and 1 strike. For Royce, that is his 12th home run in a Saints uniform. Oh, 0-1 to Rodriguez, catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or check that, no balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez, 275, 3 homers, 10 runs batted in. And he takes a little bit low there. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 381 feet for Royce. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Cusick deep breath and delivers. And this one launched but foul down the right field line. Saints trying to tee off on that slider.
Yeah, this pitch got a little more of the zone than I think Cusick wanted it to. It was down, but caught the zone, and Rodriguez nearly flipped it around.
That's what Royce hit out, was that slider. Checked up, did he go? Yes, he did, said the third base umpire. Emmanuel Rodriguez didn't feel so, but he is down on strikes.
Yeah, real time, I didn't think that he went around.
The metrics that most fans will look at. Here's Emmanuel Rodriguez, struck out his first time up. 444 slug, 378 on base percentage. The first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Speaking of Rodriguez, an 887 OPS. The 0-1. Bottom but low with the splitter, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cusick again, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets it up there in a hurry. There's the fastball at 95, swung on and missed 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's topped out at 97.2 today. That's the fastest pitch of the day from Cusick.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Way outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Emmanuel Rodriguez comes in hitting .275, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. And lofts one in the air down the third base side. Wind keeps it in play, but Keyboom can't get over there. Count stays 2-2 on Emmanuel Rodriguez. Rodriguez signed all the way back in 2019 by the Twins out of the Dominican Republic. 2-2. Up and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So they signed him when he was, what, 16 years old. He's 23, that's it. 3-2 the count. Inside ball 4, and that's what he does. So you've seen 2 at-bats from him. And it really is a microcosm of the hitter that he is. He struck out in
So Erod digs in, taking on Cusick for the 3rd time. That pitch is low for ball 1. For Rodriguez, it's about staying healthy. It's about stringing some consistency together, because the flashes of brilliance have certainly come to the surface from time to time. And there's another moment of brilliance for Emmanuel Rodriguez as he drives this one way out of CHS Field. No doubt about that. 426 feet at 117 miles an hour. That very well might be the hardest hit ball in CHS Field history. He is an...
There you go, see? Royce hustling down the line. Here's Emmanuel Rodriguez. Homered his last time up. And he yanks one foul. Look out over there. There's David Banuelos. Oh, 1-1 the count. Homered, hardest hit ball in franchise history, 117.1 his last time up. As a breaking ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Saints 1 swing away from knotting this one up. They've got 4 home runs, look out inside. 2-run homer by Royce Lewis. Solo homers by Schobel, Rodriguez, Arcia. The lone hit that was not a home run was the Tanner Schobel single in the 2nd inning with 2 outs. 2-1. Low 3-1. Kyler Fedko on deck. Pitch cautiously. Again, the stat line from Emmanuel Rodriguez is an Emmanuel Rodriguez stat line. 3-1 for a strike, 3-2. He's going to challenge this one.
Call a strike. Batter's challenge.
Got a good eye, but this is going to be lost, and the Saints are out of challenges.
Call is confirmed.
You know, in
Saints ball is out of
hockey,
challenges.
the Gordie Howe hat trick, goal, assist, and a fight. Emmanuel Rodriguez hat trick is a walk, a strikeout, and a homer.
That's pretty accurate.
Going to coin that so when he gets to the big leagues and someone else tries to take that. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes he goes, and the inning is over. Saints go in order in the 7th. So Banuelos aboard with the double. And here comes Emmanuel Rodriguez. He would love to have that fly ball back, even though they scored it a double. By the way, it is over in Denver. The Nuggets 116-105 victors. So the T-Wolves down 1-0 as that one in the dirt. Wild still up 1-0 on the Stars. 3 minutes to go, first period.
Saints have lost 7 games in which they've had 4 home runs, but just the 1 5-homer game.
1-1 on Emmanuel Rodriguez. Popped up. Will the ballpark hold it? Keyboom and Ricketts can't get there. So the Saints will live to see another. And you're trying to get to Orlando Arcia. He'd be the tying run.
Yeah, he almost got there. It was a good effort by Ricketts. Had to come a long way for that ball. That, especially one that when he's in his crouch, he probably thinks that ball for sure is going out of play. With the wind knocking it down.
And swung on and missed, and Rodriguez down on strikes. And that's the way this one ends. It's a 5-homer game for the Saints. 4 of them are solo shots.
Who can't believe it? Baez had the day off yesterday and takes one off the back of the head. It was a sweeper at 83, thankfully, but still. Breaking ball in there, a strike. Line shot right to the shortstop, Jim Jarvis. Memphis gets the first 2 on in the inning and can't score again. Through 3, not a nothing. Weaving in and out of trouble. He stranded a total of 5 base runners. That's upstairs. Big hack, big miss on a changeup down, 2-1. Baez hit by a pitch, stole the base, was stranded at third in the first. And then lined out to the shortstop Jarvis with a runner at third in that third inning. 2-2 count. Last time we saw him was on Thursday night, went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. But the day before, 2 for 4 with a single and his 4th home run of the season. It was also his league leading 11th, I should say team leading at the time, 11th RBI. Top 100 prospect in all of baseball. Number 4 in the Cardinals system. Broken bat toward left. It's dying quickly, and it gets by Brewer, Hicklin, and left. Baez with great speed going to be in scoring position. And Memphis with a chance, and Jimmy Crooks coming to the plate. A diving try from Luke Williams, the left field. Redbird stranded him at third. Swing and miss. Good slider. Looks to be Tink Hens in the ninth for Memphis. Currently down a run. Baez on twice, was also hit by a pitch in the first, stole second, and was stranded at third. Disappearing slider, 1-2. Redbirds will have Jimmy Crooks on deck tonight after his 2-homer game. This has not been the day to hit the ball in the air. Rain off and on, wind blowing in. Very cold. 2-2. Baez has worked to count full. Memphis couldn't figure out J.R. Ritchie. Stranded a runner in scoring position against Roldy Munoz. On a one-out walk here against Daysbel Hernandez puts the tying run on and the lead run at the plate. Some frustrations for Jimmy behind the plate catching, struggling to throw to second today. One he threw into right center, the other he dropped to the trend. But can he see Stratton well enough? Jam shot back off the screen. Stratton has scored his 7th inning back on Thursday. A scoreless inning in the 6th back on Wednesday. Stripers won both of those games. Rain starts to fall again here in Memphis. And an 0-2 count on Joshua Baez. And the number 4 prospect in the Cardinals system, number 85 in all of baseball, have his signature moment to start his AAA career. The highest rated prospect entering the season on this Memphis roster. Entered this series as the team leader in runs batted in. Get back to a tie with a base hit. Strike 3, it's called. He'll challenge. He thought the slider was up and in. And the Redbirds are out of challenges. They have not advanced the winning run. From second base, 2 outs in the 10th, it's up to Jimmy Crooks. They're going to walk him intentionally to get to Blaze Jordan. Crooks after a 2-homer.
Missed away with the slider. 2 balls, no strikes from DeLucia. Suero standing at second with the double. With 2 down, no score in the top of the first. DeLucia looks at second, kicks and steps off, looking the runner Suero back to second base. Top 4 spots in the Binghamton order, all top 20 prospects in the Met system, according to MLB Pipeline. DeLucia looks at second, deals 2-0. Missed inside with a slider that time. 3 balls, no strikes. He's gone 3 straight sliders to Serrano and has just missed the edges of the zone. 3-0 the count. On deck is Jose Ramos, right-handed batter. DeLucia's 3-0. In for a strike with a slider, heart of the zone. Serrano taking. So it's 3-1. All the lights turned on in downtown Akron. Overcast skies. 3-1. Down and inside, and it hit Serrano. Missed low with a fastball, 91. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gurton is the 4th different Binghamton starter this week, ranked a top 30 prospect in the Mets organization. A look at second, 1-1. Misses high, slider, 2 balls and a strike. We saw Jonathan Santucci, number 9 prospect, in the series opener, and we'll see him again tomorrow afternoon, the 105 series finale. Gurton's 2-1. Missed inside. 3 balls and a strike. Will Watson, number 10 prospect. Zach Thornton, number 14 prospect, also have started in this series. But none of them got a victory. It was Yoander Suarez.
As he'll get the explanation from Pritchett.
And normally it's the 30 seconds between batters, and the hitter has to be ready by that 8-second mark.
Now, Greg is not buying whatever he's being told. And those watching can see the expression as the Akron skipper comes back to the dugout. 1 ball to count to Serrano, 1 out in the 5th inning, 2-1 Binghamton. The outfield to right. Rustad set. 1-0 offering. Strike called. Inside corner above the knees. Good fastball. The Ponies at 6-6 on the year. 1-1 missed away.
And fans, don't forget
2-4 on the road.
Craft Brews behind home plate.
Akron 6-1, their first home loss, handed to them yesterday by Binghamton.
Diving catch and came so close. Akron 2, Binghamton 2, top of the 7th. Marco Vargas, left-handed batting shortstop, 0 for 3. Up from the left side, first pitch. There goes Ewing. Pitches outside a ball. Throw to second. Hanau's tag. And Ewing is in safely ahead for his slide. Hanau dropped the tag, as a matter of fact. That is the 7th stolen base of the year for A.J. Ewing. Leading the Rumble Ponies, and watching the Stark State College replay. And now tried to drop the tag quickly, and the ball just fell out. Not sure if he had held the tag, if he even would have had him there.
Yeah, it would have been tough, I think.
Ewing entered today, tied for 6th in the league. The leaders with 9 steals. Now Barstead out to talk with Abney on the mound. This game started 7:31 after an hour and 26-minute rain delay. Following the game, we'll have fireworks here at 717 Credit Union Park. 1 ball, no strikes from Abney to Vargas. The pitch misses away with a slider. 1 ball or 2 balls now, and no strikes to Vargas. Vargas hitless tonight. The pitch misses outside, a slider. It's 3-0. Rubber Ducks pitchers have walked 4 tonight. Binghamton has walked 7. That cost the Rumble Ponies last inning. Ducks able to tie it without putting the ball in play. 3-0 from Abney. Called a strike. Top
Give it up for Connor. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling that first pitch. Next up, we have Allie. Allie, the mound is yours. Our first pitches are never ever going out of style. Give them a big round of applause, 7-17.
What does it mean?
All right, thanks,
to have a
Becca.
healthy community.
And here's
It
more from
means
Suma Health.
More healthy people doing more of what they were put on this earth to do. Which is why every step we're taking at Suma Health to improve access, appointments, and collaboration all adds up to help make this community the striving, thriving, healthiest it can be. Suma Health, all for the better.
And now, fans, it's time to be the umpires for tonight's matchup.
I got 3 balls in my head.
At first base, the crew chief, Shane Sullivan.
He's hitless. He's still taking some pretty good at-bats in this series, I feel like, Jim.
Well, he's just going to go through these spells like everybody else that is young does.
2-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at the heart of the plate. It's 2-1.
But he's not chasing. He's taking good swings. He's only 20. Hanau's 21. That's the amazing part about these two.
Righty to left-handed hitter, the 2-1. Ripped to right field, down the line. That is falling, a base hit for Velasquez. Rolls to the warning track, picked up by Ramos. Ralphie is into second base with a double to break that skid.
You know, this rain delay of 126 tonight. Again, the payoff. Did he go too far? Did not. That is ball 4. Pitch was up a little bit. They appeal, but Sullivan says no. There's the third walk of the ball game from DeLucia. Nick LaRusso now, the first baseman, fly to center. 1 for 10 series, just 2 for his last 25 right now. Right-hand batter. Looks at a ball, hit a 3-run homer in this series on Tuesday night. Smith, 2 steals, has a decent lead. 1-0, swing and a fly foul out of play down the right side. LaRusso's out of Maryland, a 9th rounder 3 years ago for the Mets. Consensus All-American from so many outlets. Throw to first, wide spot, any pitch right now. Suero goes out to talk with his veteran left-hander. He's at 29 pitches. He set down the Ducks 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts in the 5th inning. But this has been a struggle in the 6th inning. 2 walks and a strikeout. 3-0 count to Lipscomb. Yawn deals. There's a strike at the belt. Oriana's in the pen. (3-1). Low and away. He's walked them loaded. Oriana's not ready yet.
Strikes. The teams have just not been able to cash in opportunities. The Rubber Ducks, 11 runners left on base, 3 times the bases loaded. Hitless in 11 at-bats with a runner in scoring position tonight. Rudick 1 for 3. The pitch popped up out of play, third base side, 1 ball and 1 strike. Rudick has one of the 2 Binghamton hits in 7 at-bats with men in scoring position. The Rebel Ponies
Memphis Redbirds team store for the latest caps, jerseys, t-shirts, novelties, and much more. This one is in the air toward center field. Coming on is Hicklin. He makes the play. The sound made you think go straight back, but didn't catch that one on the good wood. One pitch and one out. That was to shallow center, though. Looking like Pete Hansen's day is done after roughly 60 pitches. His first start off the injured list, going to be careful. Got a righty getting loose in left center. Leo, the second highest ranked prospect, I should say, in the Cardinals system on this Memphis roster at number 6. A couple spots behind Joshua Baez. Both those guys in the top 100. Leo finds himself at 96. Redbirds with another base runner trying to do something with it, though. 3-1. Stranded a runner at third in 2 of the 3 frames so far. An unfortunate trend this week against the Stripers. This one's driven toward the left center field gap. A sliding catch is made by Williams. Blaze thought it hit the ground, so he touches first base late. He's doubled off. Another double play to end the inning. Ben Johnson, though, is going to go out to... Needs a base hit. Swing and miss. Pulled off a nasty changeup. Number 2 prospect in the Braves system trying to wiggle out of a jam and go 6 scoreless innings. Back to the changeup, miss low. It'll be challenged by Camargo. Their first challenge of the game. And they win it. Just did. Clip that bottom of the strike zone. 0-2. Bernal, a career 0 for 4 against Ritchie. 0-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. J.R. Ritchie claps the glove off the mound. He gets out of the jam with runners at the corners and 1 away. 2 strikeouts to get there. No score after 6 in Memphis. Leo can get his first hit of this game. Give Tink Hens a lead to preserve in the top half of the ninth. If the close game record doesn't tell you how good the Redbirds have been late, how about the idea that they're 9-0 when leading after 7 and 8 innings, but have a couple comeback wins when trailing after the 7th? If they can take the lead and win this game, they'd go to 3-6 when trailing after 7. Outside, it's a 4-pitch walk. I wanted to pitch around him with Ledbetter on deck, who's struggling this season but could have a breakout moment. It's going to have to happen against a new pitcher. And ready for a bunt just in case. But Bernal will take all the way, a strike down the middle at 93. Memphis trailing a run. Don't really see them bunting here. Bernal at the plate, Ledbetter on deck, who's struggling at 0 for 4, then Nelson Velasquez in the hole. Definitely not bunting with 2 strikes in. Bernal at the plate. And missed inside. Stripers do have a challenge. They don't use it. Memphis is out of theirs. Striper is the only team with one. And missed low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Went back to the fastball. Bernal was able to work a walk in the 8th inning. Otherwise 0 for 3. Fly to center, fly to left, and a strikeout. Stribers want to get back into a tie for first. Redbirds want to get a 2-game lead. Outside corner, strike 3. Redbirds shouldn't have any left here. They're going to give him a challenge. It's called strike 3 anyway. Catcher Camargo is curious as to why they were able to challenge that pitch as well. Here comes Colton Ledbetter.